Okay, hello everyone. Well, after a couple hours of figuring it out, I finally kind of get to the end of this room. This is the last room, or like one of the last room, because I did malware basic Remnix machine VM from yesterday, and today I'm just gonna try to finish this room, basic malware reverse engineering, and it's basically the last room of cyber defense. So after I complete this room, I basically get the certificate of completion. So, I ended up spending too much time on this room because I just want to respect the room creator and kind of follow through on what he basically recommends us to do. It's like a challenge. And even though this room say it is a medium type of difficulty room, to me, this is probably the most difficult room that I have to figure out how to get through this. So to start things first, I'm already done every task here, but I haven't answered to every box, every task, but I already get all the flags I need. So this is a way to show that proof of me doing the task and ultimately solve the room. By no means I'm trying to present this as me understanding every part of this room. No way. Malware analysis is probably one of the most difficult or one of the more complex level of cybersecurity field. I hope to learn more about malware analysis and reverse engineering. I even have some of these tabs open too. So this is the x86 assembly crash course, and another one is the, let's see here, the architecture overview. Just to refresh, I already done SOX level 2 certificate. Even this part of malware analysis, every module of malware analysis to me has been tough, but I push through and try to solve it. But even though this is say a medium, it's not easy. So to start things first, we want to read the description here, because every write-up say, yeah, we gotta use Ghidra and we solve the problem. I did use Ghidra at the end, but the goal here is to just find an alternate solution into finding the flags. I took time on this room because I just want to learn as much as possible here. So like the description said, in this challenge, I aim toward learning about the statics analysis technique used to analyze the malware. The main aim for this room is not to use any type of debugger. Neither the executable program should be run on any platform. You are required to answer all the questions without even using the debugger and even not executing the executable program. Meanwhile, all the credit goes to MalwareTech's blogs. So this is an actual hacker. He's pretty popular, well known, kind of malware engineer. So for creating these awesome challenge, if you have already solved this challenge, give it a try again while giving enough time to the newbie who want to learn about malware analysis. Also, don't try to copy and paste stuff from other blog walkthrough, as it won't let you to learn this amazing field. If you're having a hard time solving the challenge, study more about it and the technique which are involved. Meanwhile, you can also join TryHackMe Discord and fire up you problem in there. I think it's your problem in there. And the password for this is MalwareTech. So MalwareTech is basically a well-known again, it's a well-known basically malware engineer, hacker, etc. And basically to solve this room without following just copy and paste other people write up, is to just do a little bit of OSINT. I know this is kind of weird to do OSINT in a malware analysis room, but you want to look up the creator of the room. So here I'm just gonna open this new tab here, and the creator by the name of Watchdog, and what you want to do here is just to copy his GitHub. So I'm gonna copy the link here and open on Remix. Again, this is basically the spoiler here. This is actually his write-up, the actual creator write-up. So once I copy the link of the GitHub, you basically, see his name, Kamran Saifullah, and a little bit more of Googling. So you do his name and then search malware text. That's how I actually initially find his write-up. And there you go, malware text hide and seek challenge that lead to the write-up of this. So this is his actual write-up. This is the proper way that intended to solve this room. So I'm just gonna follow along from here instead of just going through Ghidra or other write-up. Even though they are helpful, Using Ghidra is great. I mean, that's how I pushed through the SOX level 2 malware analysis modules, but ultimately I also want to learn other way in solving this. So what happened is he gave you an example on how to execute the first task. So task 2, string 1 of task 2. So doing so here, let me open up many tab that I have. I'm not going to scroll all the way up here because it is a lot of work to do and a lot of like step. But two things you want to note is how to extract the zip. So let me open up a new tab. So the only way you could use, so by the way, I ended up download and install Remnix on my VMs just to like again continue from yesterday video, or like it should be uploaded on the same week or like the day after the last room about the prerequisite of malware analysis. So basically this is a Remnix machine, and you have to basically type 7zx. Let me zoom in actually. So this is how we going to extract the zip. So 7zx string.zip, and that would be the way that we unzip the file. And then to include the password, again, the password for all the zip file here is MalwareTech. So you have to type MalwareTech. That is how we going to extract the zip file. So I'm just gonna copy this and paste it on the description down below to basically give you a kind of like basic command line so you could do it on your own. So that's for all the zip files. So string 1, 2, 3 zips would use the same command line, just change the number here. That's how you unzip the file. So if I ls in here, you could see many things, but the one thing you have to pay attention to is the string1.xex, string2.xex, and string 3.xex. That's just the three things we unzip from the zip file here. And again, we want to follow the write up of the actual creator of this room instead of everybody else. They all do some sort of Ghidra write up. It is great. I mean, it is much, it's like Ghidra is a great tool to use to reverse engineer malware. I'm not shooting Ghidra down or anything. It's a great tool. I just want to learn the alternate way. Again, I repeat myself over and over, just so you know. So once you scroll up here, you could use IDA Pro to inspect the string1.xex, and you have to execute to get the MD5 hash. And once you basically use the MD5 hash here, you read through the IDA Pro. Let's see here. We analyze the executable with IDA Pro community freeware. Once the executable is loaded on IDA Pro, we can see the disassembly. So like the disassembly would like point you toward the flag, and there it is. That's the flag. Can I make it any more obvious? That is the flag, but I follow the method too here. Since the write-up already show us the MD5 flags, the creator of this room, again, Watchdog, also gave us a Python script that we could actually extract the flag from the XEX, from the executable. So I ended up using this Python script here, but it actually is not up to date. So what I did was use a little bit of ChatGPT helps up here, all the way up here. There it is. That's the script, and basically paste it onto Visual Studio Code and do a little bit of debugging, and it seems like it's worked fine. So what I did was just run it to the string, and I have so many things downloaded. So again, once you create a Python script, or like copy the Python script and correct it and up to date it to Python 3. This is the actual Python script. Basically a copy from this script and just update it to Python 3 and like make sure it's like working correctly. So once I did that, the Python script going to extract the flag here and give us, can I make it any more obvious? So that's the flag for the first task, or the second task, but the first challenge. That is the flag. So that is fairly easy, not too hard. A lot of stuff for me to figure out, especially install many things, especially getting IDA Pro. I'm just going to give you all the necessary linked into like making sure you install the program you need. Obviously you could use Ghidra, and it's like completely fine. If you're on Kali and stuff, it's probably much easier to install stuff there. Remnix is like a lot harder. It's like an old like Ubuntu kind of distro. Like it's not as intelligent and like as like automated as Kali. Once like in Kali, you could type like the name of the program you want to use, and sometimes it just asks you to install it. This it's a little bit more old school, so you have to like going through many steps to get the program to install. So this is how you install IDA on Linux. So I'm just gonna give you this link. This is a Let Defense website. Let'sDefend.io is also like a reputable site to like follow. And the second thing here, this is every program that the creator use. He used IDA and also Resource Hacker. So the way you install Resource Hacker is from the snapcraft.io. It's like an old kind of looking link. So all you have to do is sudo update and then sudo snapd and then sudo install Resource Hacker, and you have this Resource Hacker that you could get the flag for challenge number 2 here. So basically, this one is much easier for the IDA. So you open up string2.xex. So you do the same kind of unzip file. Again, unzip command line will be given in the description down below on YouTube. And simply here, you just have to scroll down. Once you like have either, even though IDA is like also a debugger, I don't know why the creator of this room like suggests us to not use debugger, but while also, you know, use debugger on his own. Like that's something that is confusing. That's why I'm like, it's okay to use Ghidra, but also I just want to learn other stuff. The goal here is to learn. The goal here is to just get the flag and complete the room. This is something that is far more complex that I ever experienced, and probably I will do more of this like way later on. It's like right now my focus is on network penetration testing and not malware analysis. So this is not my strong suit by any means. Again, this is not me being a know-it-all and just try to like, you know, show you the right way. This is me following the track given by the room creator here. So you can see here, this is already given as a flag in the room here. So you could read this. You could read this flag stack string r best string. This is the flag here. This is the actual way to solve it. But like you could also use ChatGPT again to give you, you know, the easy way to just like, instead of like write it down, you just copy paste the assembly and like ask it to like give us the actual output. You want to concatenate whatever in the quote, because the basically every letter, this isn't Resource Hacker if you're not paying attention to that yet. So every flag letter is in a quote. So you ask it to concatenate or cat it to a single line. So once you get this, you get the stack string of the best string, or like even though it's like a stack k string. But so if you paste it and make sure you delete the k, there it is. That is the flag. Stack string are the best string, not stack k string, just stack string. It's just like ChatGPT give you slightly wrong output, but like you get the point here. So stack string are the best string is the flag. So again, you open up the string2.xex after you unzip it, open up on IDA and scroll down here and just copy the assembly and paste it onto ChatGPT, and it's give you the correct concatenated flag. For challenge number 3, it is the hardest. You could follow the again, this is the flag number 2, stack string are the best string. So challenge number 3 here is probably the hardest challenge. So I'm just gonna try to read this out. In this challenge, it's not easy as compared to last challenge. On loading the executable into IDA, we can't find any clue regarding the flag directly in variable or stack. We need to analyze it in more detail. So like the creator highlighted load string A. So it's basically gonna call to the digest string MD5 and it's basically give you the flag here. We can see there's a function call, and the function which is being called is load string A. This function is being called before MD5 digest function. And then load string A function, load a string resource from executable file associated with a specific module and either copy the string into a buffer with a terminating null character and return a read-only pointer to the string resource itself. Syntax, this is a C++ script, and I'm not fully understand what it is, but it's basically point into this UID, and then it has like an integer, I think. Again, C++ is completely new to me. Malware analysis is completely new to me. This is way more complex than I could understand, so I'm not gonna try to pretend that I know what this means. I don't. Okay, now we have the good idea of the function. We need to calculate the UID of the flag in order to correctly fetch it. You can use Resource Hacker in order to analyze the section. So again, the way you install Resource Hacker is through snap on Ubuntu, install Resource Hacker. It's a Wine kind of program, and I'm just gonna give you the snapcraft.io link. Okay, so once you have Resource Hacker open, you still cannot figure out which position the flag is. So moving back to IDA here, so I'm just going to read from the write-up of the original creator, this time calculating the UID for the flag. I have solved this on paper and the screenshot as above. So this is the way the original creator of this room, Watchdog, solved basically tried to like find the position of the flags, and he basically calculate the assembly, the hex number. Again, I'm not totally completely understand what this means, but there's another way here that I found from another write-up. So what it is just doing a quick Python calculating for the hex. Let me see the original write-up here. I think it's hackmd.io. So again, I want to shout out to all these original basically creator of all the write-up. I don't want to steal anything. I don't want to pretend that I know everything. So this is the write-up I found here. He's basically used Ghidra too, but the one I just want to point out is how he get the position of the flag. So he used this Python like a quick calculating. So I asked ChatGPT what this means. To print in the integer value. So the integer function Python convert its argument into the integer. Since 0x110 is already an integer in base 16 notations, it is an hex, so it's base 16. Integer parentheses 0x110 simply convert into the hexadecimal of 0x110 to its decimal equivalent, which is 272. So ultimately 272 is the flag position of the search challenge. So again, we're gonna go to Resource Hacker. So basically, if you follow through the original creator write-up, he also doing a similar thing on Python. So he basically time 110 to 16, I think, like do like a hex, basically the same thing on the same result. Well, so where can we find the flag? We're going back to Resource Hacker here and go to the string table, and in table 18 basically find the position of 272. And if you look at this, the flag resource are popular for malware. And let's give it a try. No, actually I have a mousepad open, so you can't completely copy it from the Resource Hacker. You have to paste it onto a mousepad or some sort of notepad program, paste it onto the answer, and you get the answer done. So that is the way we kind of solve it. Again, I just want to stress this out. Malware analysis, malware reverse engineering is not something I'm good at. This is completely complex to me, and I'm looking forward to learn more about this. There's other way to do this on Ghidra. Obviously, you can look up many write-up that are doing using Ghidra to solve this, so you could go ahead and do so. I just want to point out this is the way I find the write-up from the original creator. Again, Kamran Saifullah is our original creator, so the Froggy or like Watchdog, same person, and that's how I solve it. I hope this help. I hope like ultimately it's not about like understand how to analyze malware or reverse engineer malware completely. I think this is way too early for anyone to learn about malware analysis, because it's still a on the cyber defense is still a kind of like easy path to do. So it's not something that are complex. It's not supposed to be complex. It's just this is a little bit more complex than usual. I think this is probably the hardest room in this whole. You saw me complete Active Directory, attacking Kerberos. Soon I will try to do autopsy and volatility. This is coming up soon. We do Wireshark 101. It shouldn't be hard, right? This is cyber defense learning path. It should be easy. I finally completed this path and got the certificate just now. Let's take a look here. You're gonna fetch the certificate. You want to prove, this is today's date and everything. So there it is, the certificate. You see my name here, and the date is 14 August 2024. It says time to complete is 22 hours, but I spent about like a month on this path. So probably do like one room every other 2 days, every other day. Especially this room took me this room alone took me at least 3 hours. So again, this is me. It's just a proof of work that I complete this learning path. I'm happy that I pushed through. I'm looking forward to learn more about malware analysis or malware reverse engineering. Again, this is cybersecurity field is such a so many different sub field into this path. So pen testing, defense, red teaming, purple teaming, malware analysis, malware engineer, network engineer, so many stuff. So soon I would love to learn more about this, but because ultimately, being a pen tester or a red teamer, is my goal, and malware is part of the job. That is. Anyways, I ramble long enough. I hope you have a fantastic day. Certainly complete. Got my certificate. Happy. There's gonna be more pen testing related video coming up. So hope you enjoy this. See you later.